Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me. I've got another pick a card here for us, and this is regarding what is currently manifesting in your life. And if you've never done a pick a card, I'll tell you how I normally do it. I close my eyes and I think of a number 1 through 4, and whatever number floats through is the one that I select. But we all think differently, so if you're more visual, you can look at the numbers and see which one calls out to you, or perhaps the stones, maybe whatever one you're more attracted to. My best piece of advice is make sure you go with your first instinct, whatever that is, whatever jumps out to you. And I hope you enjoy this. This will bring you some clarity with regards to what is currently manifesting in your life. And I talk about it all the time. I do feel like we are the creators of our reality. So we are able to shift our energies, whatever we concentrate on, whatever thoughts we're putting out there continuously, will shift our frequencies and our manifestations. So we're able to change what we are manifesting at any time, or concentrate more on things, if we really want to bring them into fruition. So make sure you're paying attention to your thoughts, and I hope you enjoy this message. I will talk to you in your pile selection. Take care. Hello, pile 1. Thanks so much for joining me. If you chose this stone or number 1, this is what you are currently manifesting, or what is currently manifesting in your life at this time. So pile 1, I talk about manifestation on my channel a lot, and I do feel like we have the power to bring things into fruition for ourselves. Sometimes our thoughts are left unmonitored, however, and things are manifesting without us even utilizing our own power. So I want you to keep in mind that no matter what comes up in tarot, I do feel like we are all energy and we have the power to kind of shift things and change things. It's just taking control and realizing that you actually have the paintbrush to paint your life. So I want to say that right off the bat. This pile, you guys are probably really skilled at writing, and you're probably really good at communication, speaking, anything to do with your words. You probably are very able to heal others, teach. You're even very entertaining perhaps with your words, but you're very capable of writing and utilizing your skills with writing. I just want to say that right off the bat. Pile 1, so what is currently manifesting in your life? You've got some tricky energy right now, pile 1, in your life, but I have good news for you. So you've got, first of all, you've got Magician reversed and Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords popped out and actually even kind of wanted to hide. So the Seven of Swords can be tricky energy. You know, these two combined could be someone that's, manipulative, kind of very good at manipulating people or utilizing their skills in order to manipulate. And then the Seven of Swords is all about kind of being sneaky or deceptive, or trying to hide your motives perhaps. But the good news is, pile 1, I feel like what you're manifesting is you have taken this first step in kind of clearing out people that have been that way in your life. Anyone that's kind of been a trickster, anyone that's been manipulating you in any way, anyone that has been dishonest or is hiding things from you even. I feel like you've taken the first step to purify your life of those energies, and that's what you're manifesting right now. You've got this beautiful Queen of Cups, and this is all about someone using emotional intelligence to navigate tricky situations or deceptive situations, utilizing your intuition. The Queen of Cups is very emotionally sensitive. She's compassionate. She's deeply intuitive and aware of her surroundings and situations, and she can really read people very well. I feel like pile 1, you're very dedicated to your work at this time. You are putting in work in something. There's something that you're really working on. It doesn't have to be secularly. It could be, but I think you're very focused on something, and you're really putting in work. That's right now what you're manifesting is the fruits of your labor, whatever you're putting this effort in. But I did want to say this. So you guys are becoming very enlightened. That is also manifesting in your life right now. You could be very creative, but you're very enlightened. I feel like Spirit could really be talking to you at this time, and you're really picking up on those feelings. You've got cleanse your energy here. When you release negative, the answer to your question shines through. I feel like you guys have really been able to eliminate negative energies from your life, negative people. You're purifying your friend group. You're also very you're very good right now at focusing on the positives. You've been very grateful for things. You're maybe perhaps you've just recently started thinking more about all that you have in your life to be grateful for. And I want to tell you guys, when this children card came up, you guys could be manifesting a family. You absolutely could be. But when I saw this card, I first saw how she was looking at him with admiration as he's playing this instrument, and how they're clapping back here. I was noticing the clapping, which I've never noticed when I looked at this card before. And I was thinking you guys are probably either being celebrated or learning to celebrate things more in your life. But you could be getting recognized for certain things right now, because I noticed the children looking at that person with admiration. Now, another thing is, I do feel like because you're breaking the chains from whatever these negative energies are, you're going to feel more freedom. That is what you are manifesting in your life. You've got counseling here, heal with kind words, wise advice, and empathetic ear. I feel like you guys are actually really healing yourselves. And because you're healing yourselves, you're very capable of healing others. You're very good counselors. You'd be very good at inspiring and healing people with your words. And you are going to be sensing a sense of freedom within your life now. That's what you're manifesting, this beautiful freedom. It says you're free to do what you choose. And if you see here dolphins in the background, they're very playful. You've got some playful energy coming in, some childlike energy coming in. And like I said, if you are focused on manifesting a family, those energies are here for you to kind of concentrate more on. You're able to kind of focus more on those things. And look, you actually got the celebration card. I noticed the clapping. I do feel like there's going to be more light-hearted energy in your life, because you have discovered these energies and you've taken the first step to kind of eliminating those, or figuring out how to block those energies from your energy, or from it depleting your energy. And you've learned now to kind of celebrate things more. You've got more coming into your life to celebrate. That is what you are manifesting at this time. It's very beautiful. So it's counseling, freedom, and children. I do feel like some of you could have some inner child things that you've worked on, or you may have recently discovered some things that you've been able to rectify in your mind's eye, and it's given you freedom because of the way that you've reconstructed looking at your past situations or your childhood wounds, or something that in your past caused pain, something that perhaps you felt like you needed counseling for, or something of that nature. Now you have the freedom to help others because you really are healing. You've had this forward movement. It's very beautiful. I love this energy. Spirit, what is your advice for pile 1? Okay, we've got, oh yeah, clearing negativity. Exactly. You guys are really sussing out people that are manipulating you, or hiding the truth from you, or people that are utilizing their skills in order to try to, trick you. And I feel like this is a lot of emotional manipulation. I really do. And I feel like right now you guys are really concentrating on revealing your true selves, and you're becoming the true you. It's so beautiful, pile 1. That's what you're manifesting. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. Absolutely beautiful energy. I love it. That is what's manifesting in your life right now. You are able to see through people that don't have your greatest good, at front and center in their minds. So just realize that about yourself. You're able to navigate those waters right now empathetically. You guys also probably really love animals. You could be manifesting animals, or the love of animals into your life, which is beautiful. And take care, pile 1. That's some gorgeous energy coming your way. And remember that you really are getting messages and becoming more enlightened, because of perhaps you have sought some solitude recently, and it's really helping you open up to your higher way of thinking, or your higher self. You're becoming very enlightened at this time. Beautiful energy. Thank you so much for being with me. Take care. Hello, pile 2. If you chose number 2, or this stone, this is what is currently manifesting in your life. So pile 2, we open the reading with the Sun card and the 9 of Swords. Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It's all about clarity and joy, celebrating life, victories. It's so happy. If you look at the card itself, it just looks so happy and so peaceful. Right now, when I'm looking at it, though, the sun looks so serious. I don't know, but with the mixture of the Nine of Swords, that could also, I mean, that can mean stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, just worrying so much. It's actually, sometimes it's all about things that don't even come to fruition, but it's things that may keep you up at night. Pile 2, I feel like you guys right now are really manifesting success in your life. You've got the King of Pentacles. That's all about stability, financial success, being very practical, really knowing your field, being very successful. When you see the King of Pentacles, you know, it's all about stability, success, material security. And then we've got the Sun card, and that usually represents joy and clarity. And then the Nine of Swords, that, like I said, is about anxiety, mental distress, you know, sleepless nights, worrying about things. I feel like for some of you, this is going to be a mixed bag. For some of you, this could mean that you guys are nervous about your successes coming to light, like you're worried about what people will think of you, perhaps maybe because of the field you chose or something that you're doing. I don't feel like anything that you're doing is negative at all. I feel like it doesn't seem like it's a negative thing. But I think some of you are worried about how it will be perceived right at the bottom. I thought that before I saw this card, and then I got peer pressure, and it says, don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what is the right choice. So pile 2, if by chance there are some of you, this would be a very select few, if even one, I'm not sure, but I'm going to mention it. If you are doing something that you feel anxiety from, that you know you should not be doing, there is a chance that will come to light. And there's, you know, you might be thinking, you know, it might be something that you're trying to make a decision, but in your heart, you know what's right and wrong. So just make sure you make the right choice. Make sure you're doing everything by the book and up, because whatever you're doing will come to light. On the flip side of that, I feel like some of you have anxiety about your skills. Perhaps it's even something to do with mysticism or tarot, or perhaps you are becoming a medium or something like that. Definitely doesn't have to be, but what I'm saying is some of you are fearful that your skills aren't going to be good enough for what you're doing, and you feel like there may be impasses that come up on your path. What you're not realizing is right now you have to follow your instincts. Your natural instincts will lead you to success right now. Sometimes you have to kind of, you know, be the lone wolf, follow your own path, because that is where your effortless success will come. And you don't have to worry about the impasse when you're relying on your intuition or your psychic abilities or those niggling feelings. You won't, I think some of you might be struggling in the sense that you're worried about success coming your way because in the past you've been stopped or there have been walls up. But what you're not realizing is you're manifesting something effortlessly into your life. It's coming to you, and it's not going to be hard like you are worried that it's going to be. Some of you might be worried about success because you might be worried that you're going to run into obstacles and you'll lose your success. But what you're manifesting right now is that things are going to flow to you effortlessly. When you're on the right path, which pile 2, you're on the right path. As long as you're not doing something undermined or underhanded, which I don't think you are, you're on the right path. Don't worry. Don't let this anxiety stop you, because you are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And some of you may feel like you're not ready. You need some more preparation, but I really feel with this King of Pentacles, you guys really do know what you're doing. You're very good. But if you feel like sometimes you don't have the particular skill you need or something's not as polished, you're really good at looking things up and implementing them into what you do. And so there's no harm in that. But right now, what you're manifesting is you are manifesting the right path. And when it's coming to you, it's going to be effortless, and your fears, you won't have to have those fears. Rely on your natural instincts. If you do have a new idea, your new idea is divinely guided. You're on the right path. Make sure you're listening to your instincts. This mysticism card is all about having a really good intuition, being very connected to spirit. Make sure you are really listening to your natural instincts and your higher self, your intuition. Your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. And if it's something that you are worried you'll be judged for, or peer pressure is holding you back because you're like, will I be judged? Should I really expose my true self to people? Really, whatever you're doing is what you're meant to do. Of course, follow your gut instincts, but you don't have to shy away from success. This will be a success. It's time to emerge. Look at this. This is all about emerging. And actually, when I was looking at the dragonflies, they remind me, well, first of all, dragonflies are very lucky. So you guys are very lucky at this time. But also, it reminded me of butterfly emerging from the cocoon, even though that's not what it said. She's emerging from the water. Imagine her being submerged, and now she's emerging, and that can make people feel vulnerable. Look, that what's right underneath that is vulnerability. Sometimes when we expose ourselves, our true selves, to others, we feel like we may be judged. But what spirit is telling you right now is this is your right path. You follow your new ideas, things will flow effortlessly to you, and that's how you'll know that this is the path for you. And joy and success is right here for you. And look at this King of Pentacles. It doesn't get much better than that. There's stability here for you. Talk to your angels, it says. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. When you fall into anxiety about it, talk to your angels. Throw your burdens upon them. Let them help you. But this also could mean your path could be talking to angels, and some of you might feel like, I can't expose that to others because I'll be judged. That's something you have to work out on your own, but still, success will effortlessly flow to you, so you don't have to worry about that. And Builder is here. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. You guys are on the brink of really building yourself a very stable future. And this could be any line of work. It does not have to be in the mysticism. It doesn't have to be tarot. It doesn't have to be psychic abilities. It doesn't have to be mediumship. It could be, because there are some things that indicate that you have a very strong connection to your angels. This could be building anything. This could literally be being a builder. But right now, just know, when you get your, when you really tap into hearing what your, some people call it third eye, some people call it higher self. When you really tap into that, just realize that the new ideas you're getting, or the thoughts that you're getting, that is bringing you to your path, and it will flow effortlessly to you. This success here, the King of Pentacles, stability. It's beautiful. That's something everyone wants in their lives. And right underneath this, I have this acceptance. And this card is all about when this woman, her name's Cherry, she's a waitress, and she was cutting a pie, and she noticed that the pie, when she cut the slice, she said, I feel like the pie, like a slice is missing. And someone behind her said, well, or you could look at that as like it's a heart-shaped pie. And she thought to herself, I am going to go after what I'm missing. Like it was her time to kind of accept where she was at, and she started looking at things in a whole new way, a whole new perspective on life. So, if you are kind of thinking, okay, well, I'm behind others or something like that, don't compare yourself. It's not about perfection. It's absolutely not. And if you get stuck on things, wanting, making sure things are perfect before you put them out into the world, that is not practical. Things don't have to be perfect. Sometimes when we are living life, we want things to be perfect so badly we fall into states of despondence, but don't allow that to happen. Make sure you're getting outside and grounding yourself too, because I do feel like you guys have a lot of thoughts, a lot of mental energy, where you have a lot of thoughts that bounce around all the time, and getting out into nature and really grounding yourself, perhaps doing grounding meditations, could really help you. But you guys are on the brink of really big success that will bring you like recognition. And I feel like some of you have anxiety because you feel like you'll be stopped in your path, but when you're on the right path, it's going to flow effortlessly to you, and that's what you're manifesting. That is such a beautiful manifestation. I'm going to get Spirit's advice. What is Spirit's advice for pile 2? What is Spirit's advice for pile 2? Ceremonies and celebrations. Yes, it's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. I do feel like you guys are going to be celebrating these successes that you are manifesting. So no matter what it is in your life right now that feels like it's effortlessly coming to you, don't be embarrassed. It is time to celebrate and embrace this. And don't forget, you've got this King of Pentacles here, and this is a very grounding, this in itself is a very grounding energy, and it's very stable. So if by chance this is about a person, let's say this is about a person, a King of Pentacles, right now you could be really worried about something, or you could feel like there's an impasse here, and maybe you don't want to be vulnerable with someone. Follow your instincts. If it flows effortlessly, then just know that you are on the right path. I don't feel like this is necessarily romantic for most of you, but trust your instincts is basically what it's saying. Allow yourself to enjoy, allow yourself to feel joy, allow yourself to kind of accept where you're at in life and actually celebrate your victories. It's beautiful. So thank you so much for being with me, Pile 2. I love this message for you, and I hope you have a great day, and take care. Wow, Pile 3. Pile 3, if you chose number 3 or this stone, these are your messages regarding what you're manifesting in your life at this time. I'm laughing because this is an amazing energy, Pile 3. Whoever picked this pile, wow, oh my goodness. This is amazing. So you are manifesting a confidence and a success in your life that is literally life-changing. So pile 3, I don't know if you guys have struggled with self-worth, or if you have had to kind of go within, or if you have felt kind of singled out or like a lone wolf at times. You are currently manifesting literally loving yourself and accepting yourself and becoming the person that you were meant to be. And the Queen of Wands, she doesn't care as much about what others think of her. She is just extremely confident, extremely successful, extremely charismatic. She has a very deep intuition. She knows who she is, and she loves who she is. And that mixed with the Six of Wands, I'm not even sure if it gets any better. You guys are going to be recognized in whatever you're doing. You're going to be looked up to. Wow, this energy is really interesting. And then the Ten of Pentacles also wanted to come out. So you guys could be really coming into your own, and whatever changes are happening in your life and creating this success for you will actually help you create a literal legacy for your family. Wealth, abundance, a legacy. And you guys also got the High Priestess, so I feel like this pile is very psychic. And also, when those things are all combined there, I think you guys have some kind of like hidden knowledge that's kind of emerging in your mind, and you're able to tap into wisdom and perhaps spiritual guidance that will just open up your path. You guys could have different talents in this pile. You've got the Justice card. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Libra in your chart if you pick this pile. You could also have a lot of fire in your chart. That doesn't have to be the case, so don't click off if that's not you. But you guys are also very good at teaching others, spiritual teachings, leadership. You heal others with your knowledge, with your life experience, just by people kind of looking at what you've gone through and watching you change and morph into this successful person is almost like a testimony to others. And they want to watch you because of the way that you are becoming this extraordinarily successful, wonderful, charismatic person. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You guys are creating an actual legacy for your family with your charisma and your success in things. I think you guys have reached a point where you have just accepted where you are in life and shifted your perspectives. Another pile got this card. I think it was 2. But this is all about self-acceptance and just realizing what your unique qualities are and literally shifting your perception so that you embrace everything about yourself, which is exactly what the Queen of Wands does. She doesn't make any apologies for who she is. She's very confident. She's also very fun-loving. She's not completely buttoned up. And she's so charismatic. People just want to be around her. You guys could be in the field of justice. You could help bring justice to others. That definitely doesn't have to be the case, but it says your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. And then also nutrition is here. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So this pile, I feel like you guys are very balanced. Perhaps you are really watching your nutrition at this time, or some shift in your nutrition, or keeping yourself really balanced with the foods that you eat have created this very this shift in your personality because of the way that you exude confidence, because you feel good, you feel healthy, and you actually could probably help others learn more about how to do that, or people probably want to know your secrets because of how good you look. You're getting recognition here for all kinds of things in this pile. You're just very successful. You are looked up to by everyone, even if they don't say it. So if you've struggled with self-worth, I feel like that's over. You are becoming, morphing into this person who is very charismatic, very fun-loving, very good at what she does. She's a go-getter. She doesn't care about what other people think. You have this intuition about you that helps you navigate things. You have a very strong intuition with the High Priestess here. And I feel like this pile's very blessed. You're also very connected to spirit, and I feel like you guys do know the power of prayer, and perhaps you tell people about that. And you don't have to be a spiritual teacher by, that doesn't have to be your career, but it could be. But what I'm saying is, you're so successful, others look up to you, and then you are capable of helping them understand the secrets about how to kind of live their life this way. You've been really following your own instincts, and it's bringing you this profound success, this glow up. This bittersweet is probably also about kind of shedding your skin. That's kind of what I thought of when I saw this, and just, you're growing. There's things to celebrate, but when you look back, there are things that you probably could be sad about. When a snake sheds its skin, everything is changing. You're growing. You're, literally, even your environments could be changing. You could be leaving people behind that you love, and there could be bittersweetness in that, but you are moving on to success. You've got new beginnings coming in everywhere. Literally like earth magic. I feel like this pile, whatever you touch turns to gold. I feel like you guys have the Midas touch right now, and you've got the submerged and the instinct here. You've got wolf instinct twice. Make sure you're following your instincts at all times. There could be a lot of things that you have kept submerged, and right now you're starting to really want to let those out, or kind of show the world this story or something about your past. Or perhaps that's what's bringing you the success, is what you've been through. Perhaps you've been through things and now they've become bittersweet because you realize that the pain grew you into the person that you are becoming, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love that for you. I'm going to get a couple more cards. What is pile 3 currently manifesting in their lives? What's manifesting in pile 3's life at this time? Those that chose pile 3, what is currently manifesting? Patience, pile 3. You also need patience in regards to this. So if you feel like it's not happening fast enough, it's absolutely coming. Wise soul is here. Yep, that's what I had said. Wise soul, definitely. You guys, no matter what you've been through, it's created the person you've become. So you are very wise, and that's how you became this spiritual teacher. Your soul carries ancient wisdom. Please embrace it as you have the knowledge to help those around you. You guys have this innate connection to spirit. You're very, very capable of reaching down into the depths of your soul and pulling out knowledge I think sometimes you don't even realize that you have. It's profound. And I feel like that is what's going to be manifesting the success into your life. Just strictly, who you are. Even your ancestors could be part of it, because we had that legacy 10 of Pentacles. It says, be positive. Your thoughts can shape your experience. Be sure to focus on the positive. So continue to do that. Make sure that you are focusing on the positive. This prayer card always reminds me of that, like shifting perspectives and kind of seeing what we've come from and what we've become, and just always remembering that. We have release all anger. Don't give power to negative words by saying them. Speak from your higher self and make your communications peaceful and loving. So with this pile, the Queen of Wands, she's a fire sign, so she can be feisty. And I feel like you guys actually, the reason this is coming up, I do feel like sometimes when changes happen, things happen, people become kind of sad, or it creates a bittersweet energy for people, even when they love us, watching our success and watching us change, because they're worried that we're going to be forgetting them or shedding them as part of our past. But when things come up and when those emotions bubble forward, you guys are very psychic, I feel, and you can really feel other people's emotions. So make sure when emotions come up, don't let yourself get into that anger. Speak from your higher self and make sure your communications are peaceful and loving, because with this pile, I feel like you'll really regret it if you lose your temper. I really do. I feel like you guys really care about others, and you will regret losing your temper. And there's going to be all kinds of emotions when people see these successes starting for you. And it says, time to decide, make a decision now so you can move forward. So I do feel like there's probably things you have to shed in your life in order to continue along this path of success, or you will just start outgrowing other people. You've got family harmony here. Your loved ones form a strong pillar of support, embrace their love, and put past issues behind you. So I do feel like sometimes we outgrow things, or even our family, even though they are happy for our successes, it brings up fear for people that aren't vibrating as high as you or aren't on the frequency that you are. So sometimes when we're growing and we outgrow certain things or certain traditions or certain boundaries or certain, and I'm not saying that you're crossing anyone's boundaries, I'm talking about the boundaries you set for yourself in your own mind. When you literally push through those and you've grown past them, you might be outgrowing some of the people in your life, and it will create some negativity thrown towards you. It says, raise your vibration. Your intuitive feelings are accurate messages from angels. And I feel like you guys already get these. I feel like your vibrations are raised, but I do feel like sometimes there's people in your environment that could bring that vibration down a bit, and that's where the anger might come up. And it could be coming towards you, or it could create anger within you because of the things that you're feeling that are coming towards you. You know what I mean? So just keep your emotions in check in this pile, because you don't want to ruin your energy or ruin your day or ruin what success you have. Not that you'll ruin your success. I'm saying I don't want it to cloud your happiness because of the growth that you're doing. Let me get some spirit's advice for pile 3. What a beautiful energy, pile 3. I'm very excited for you guys. Oh my goodness. This is just crazy. It's wonderful, wonderful energy. Yeah, look, life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. You guys have I just got chills. You guys have major success coming to you, and you will have recognition for it, and it's creating a family legacy. You guys will be creating wealth that will be around for generations. Pile 3, this is amazing. Keep following your instincts. Keep manifesting this. Keep your vibrations high. Know that you are healed, and turn all of your wounds into wisdom. That's what's bringing you success. You have become a beacon to others because of the way that you have gone through life and navigated. And look at, we've got the scales again here. Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. I feel like you guys are really capable in this pile, and you probably already know what your talents are. Just remain balanced and keep yourself healthy by being mindful of what you're putting into your body. Just make sure that you are continuously keeping yourself balanced by making sure your nutrition is on par. And also, you probably, people probably want to know your secrets in regards to this. I do feel like that could be as well. You guys are coming into some really wonderful energies. Purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. Yes, keep yourself very, very healthy at this time. Regardless of what's going on around you, make sure you are purifying your thoughts, making sure that you're, check in with yourself. Because when you get success like this, sometimes it's really easy to just keep going, going, going. Make sure that you're treating your body well. Make sure that you're balanced. Make sure that you understand that you are a beacon to others. I said that without noticing this, but yes, your light is like an inspiration to others, so people watch you. So just make sure that you continue to keep yourself healthy and put yourself first, and always rely on the power of prayer in this pile, because it absolutely works for you. Thank you so much, Pile 3, for being here. I hope you enjoyed this message, and I'm very excited for you. Take care. Hello, Pile 4. If you chose Pile 4 or this stone, this is what is manifesting in your life at this time. Pile 4, the weirdest thing just happened. So when I was shuffling for you, I got very similar cards to previous piles. Not just Pile 3, but another pile as well. Some of the same cards came out, and I said, okay, Spirit, I'm very confused. Even these cards are very similar. All of these cards have come out in different piles. So I feel like you guys are really mixed energies right now, the ones that selected this pile. And I feel like you're going through almost like a transition period right now. So what are you manifesting? I ended up pulling extra cards because of the fact that there were so many repeat cards, and then I repulled some of these cards because I was like, what is going on? And what I think it is I feel like this pile, you are right now manifesting, you're putting in the work to kind of shape shift your life. And as soon as you put in some of that work, go listen to Pile 3, and that will be your message. But you do have some work to put in. And right now, what you're manifesting is the strength to put that work in. I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. There's something that is going on, or maybe you just went through a wake-up call and it has snapped you into this new profound way of thinking, and you're starting to like wake up to your skills. It's creating this wisdom. Perhaps you were really stuck for a while and your dreams were dissipating, or you were letting go of some of your dreams, but I feel like Pile 4, you just went through something that woke you up to your passion. And what you're manifesting is waking up to that passion. It's happening right now. You could have been going through a period of worry or struggle, or something was giving you self-doubt, anxiety, but maybe your family is helping support you now, or you are getting the support now. This could also mean that you're coming out of that stagnation or stress or negative thoughts, or whatever this wake-up call was had you on pause for a minute. And now you're coming out of that, emerging from that difficult period you may have been struggling with, and you're finding reasons to celebrate, which is shifting your reality. And now you're kind of like realizing that you have passions that you're practicing. You've got this creative side that wants to come out. What you're manifesting is this wonderful side here. This Four of Wands is all about celebrations, stability, being able to really enjoy your life. It's all about harmony, joy, sense of accomplishment. That is all happening now. It's right here at your fingertips, and you're kind of shape-shifting your life to get into that. And I feel like part of the process is when you get into this creative space, you heal. You heal really well. You could even write about what you've been through. You heal, you can inspire others, entertain. You're really good at writing, and joy is right there for you. You just have some of the shape shifting to do where your life is coming out of this dark period into this really bright period. You're going through the purification right now. That's what you're manifesting. Once you get through that, I feel like pile 3 might have your message, because some of the repeat cards were from pile 3. But you've come out of this period where perhaps you were letting something dissipate in your life, like your dreams were almost like slipping through your fingers, but you had a wake-up call. You're going through this purification by purifying your life of negative people, places, and experiences. You attain true peace, or this Four of Wands. That's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting the Four of Wands. But right now I feel like you are going through some of this where you are, you're wanting to dream again. You also have peer pressure. Don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what is the right choice. So make sure that you're not making decisions based on how others feel. Make sure you're really trying to tap into how you feel. You've got this new idea here. It says your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. And you are lovable. Continue to heal. All of this is waiting for you. I feel like you're manifesting this purification process, the shape shifting, the changes in your life. You probably were in some confusion before, but it's being lifted. The clouds are kind of moving now in your life, and you're able to kind of access that joy. And when you are accessing the joy and the celebratory energy, you'll realize that your path is not far away. You're basically living your path right now. Just have faith in yourself. That's what you're manifesting. You could have been through something very painful, and I feel like, now is the time. It's also, you have journey. You guys could be traveling. Maybe you're manifesting travel. That definitely could be. But I also feel like this pile, the importance of what you're going through is just as important as the destination. Sometimes the journey is the importance. The journey itself, the learning, the growing, the going through pain, sometimes the journey is just as important as reaching your destination. And it says, wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desires and take practical step towards making your dreams come true. This pile, you do have dreams, but I feel like they were on pause for a minute because of something you've gone through. And where you were kind of dissipating, your passion has been reinvigorated. That's what you're manifesting. Now you really are getting into this, taking steps to move forward. You've got these new ideas. You've got the fog lifting. And I feel like it says recovery and forgiveness heals. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for holding my hand through my recovery upon the path of radiant health. And dear God and Archangel Raphael, I am willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, which is peace and health. Yes, laughter is the best medicine. You guys are manifesting this happy celebratory energy, which is beautiful, and that's what's going to propel you forward into manifesting your actual dreams. Don't let this perfection or this mindset that you need to be perfect or only produce what's perfect, because that could create impasses in your life. You don't want to do that. And this fable about this waitress, this also came up in another pile. Can't remember. I don't know if that was 3 or not. You guys had a mixture of energy, so really the whole video could be for you, to be honest, because so many repeat cards were coming up. It was confusing me, but I understand now what's going on. Make sure you're not keeping yourself too closed off. Sometimes the Queen of Swords, she could be known as, the bitter one with the strong, harsh words. Don't push people away at this time. You may need friendships, to kind of pull you out of whatever darkness this was. I feel like that's kind of what the celebratory energy, your friendships, the things that make you really joyful is what's going to help you. But this fable was about accepting where you are and switching your perspective, and then your whole life changes. This this person that was cutting this piece of pie, she was like, you know, she's cutting a piece of pie. She's like, I feel like there's a slice missing from my life. And someone said, or maybe you're just a heart-shaped pie. And that just shifted her perspective. And she's like, where am I selling myself short? What do I need to change to become the true me? And she did make those shifts. And then she went on to live her best life. Know your self-worth. I feel like you guys really are highlighting that and working on that right now. Know that you deserve that throne. And I do feel like you guys are very charismatic and very witty and very, people really want to be around you, but sometimes you feel like you're not successful yet, and you feel like you're on this timeline and it just trips you up because you think about, you know, you think about where others are. Don't compare yourself. That's a terrible thing to do. Sometimes you probably feel like a lone wolf, but you need to really follow your own instincts because that will lead you to all of your success. You have a lot of success coming up, absolutely. And I feel like your friendships might be highlighted right now. There's a lot to celebrate in your life. Shift your perspectives. Make sure you're paying attention to your dreams and protect your dreams. Keep going after your dreams. Don't let, you know, don't let things that have hurt you stall you completely. Just make sure that you're constantly growing and changing and shape-shifting. That's why you have that card there. What is Spirit's advice for pile 4? What is Spirit's advice for pile 4? What is Spirit's advice for pile 4? Oh, thank you. Life change. Yeah. Another card got, I think pile 3 got this, life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. Make sure you realize that in your life. God is supporting you. You have support. Forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. I feel like right now that is what you guys are doing. That's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting the celebratory energy. You're healing right now. You have a lot of spiritual protection. Don't forget that. It says you are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Believe in the power of prayer, pile 4, because it will definitely help you tap into that joy. Your faith here. You've got faith. You guys can rely on spiritual things to really push you, propel you forward into healing. And I feel like you do have a strong faith, even if you've gone through really hard things. Something that could have even been about romance. Maybe someone broke your heart and you're going through that healing process. But just know there's so much success that you're manifesting for yourself. Keep going. And don't worry about where others are in life. Don't let that slow you down. You guys are definitely headed for success. You're definitely going to be successful. And I feel like pile 3 is coming for you after pile 4. So if you want to watch that, that would be great. Thanks so much. I just saw 1111, so that's a very, very good sign. You guys are definitely on your pathway to healing, and all good things are coming towards you. Thanks so much for being here. Take care, pile 4.